Den här obehagliga saken är ett verktyg som användes för att tvångsmata de slavar som matvägrade på slavskeppen till Amerika. En detalj ur en hisnande historia som den amerikanska artisten Lamar inte vill att vi någonsin ska glömma.
Din identitet. Har du valt den själv eller är det en spegling av vad andra förväntar sig av dig?
In the context of imperialist white supremacist capitalist patriarchy, you're sort of given all these images of yourself that don't reflect you, right? In the media, and so you have to radically invent yourself. I've been sort of in a process of radically inventing myself since I was a child. Like, I mean, that's a very complicated process. It has a lot to do with like a certain kind of intellectual dimension.
Lamar gör vad han kan för att omkonstruera sig själv genom sitt skiftande artistiska uttryck. Men under den där ytan av gothsminkad, skolad kontratenor finns pojken som berättar sin mammas historia. Den om den svarta amerikanska södern.
For me as a child and as a black child in the South, I grew up in Alabama. I remember a lot of the pain that I felt as a child. Like it seemed like very much about what was happening in the moment. It was really about my mother's pain, and it was about this sort of historical thing. I mean, again, this inherited post-traumatic stress disorder. I mean, that's that's been the most profound things that I've learned in this process. There was this piece called Speculum Aurum. It specifically focused on the transatlantic slave trade and the slave ship specifically. And whenever I do that work, I'm always sort of, doing it from the first person. So I am on the slave ship. I sort of I place myself there. I understand my story to be, sort of in a line, a historical line, and I want to sort of have my voice there. Because, I mean, a lot of people have written songs about, like, slavery or about sort of, like, horrible things, but I think the way that I write them and the particular kinds of points of view that, I'm able to come to are meaningful. But in terms of how we treat one another, unfortunately, I think it's all very similar, and I guess I've learned that, too.
So it is actually your hurt, not only your mother's hurt?
No, it's not. It's mine, yeah, it's mine.